Well, hello, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I am Jeremy, your host. This is J&S Adventures, Jeremy's Tech Adventures. And today we're going to be talking about how to build an effective thumbnail using Adobe Express. And, I say effective thumbnail because a lot of the times you'll have this perfect video, okay? And then you have to have an afterthought of taking a picture or something to go along with that, because if not, YouTube is going to select for you a picture, one of three pictures, and you can choose from them after the video is uploaded and digested, or you can have the forethought to say, okay, what is going to grab the viewer's attention? Okay. A lot of people, what they use is big text, and text that takes up about half of the thumbnail. A lot of people use an effective picture, of something that you can expect to see in the video, while others, they use three pictures. Now, there is a trend going around on YouTube now that has the three picture layout. It is to represent a journey through something, and there's different thumbnails that work for different people. If you use a lot of red in your thumbnail, for instance, that is going to be linked together with YouTube because people are already on YouTube. The branding is red. And if your logo or whatever has red and white in it, chances are you're going to be really, really successful at making effective thumbnails. And that's what we're here to talk about today. I have some people in the chat that I would like to welcome in. Man, so many people showed up for this show. I'm glad you guys came in. First up in the chat was Eddie Lugo Studios. Next in the chat is Fats and Trey. Sherry Awesome Sunsets has made it in. Hello, welcome in. Cruising is fun anytime. Hello, dear. Bamanola Lawn Adventures has made it into the chat. Hello, welcome in. Clock Family Adventures, the LD channel, Sharon Rowland has all made it into the chat. And thank you guys so much for coming in. Also, I have a co-host with me today. His name is Eddie Lugo Studios. You all know and love him. Hello. Welcome in, Eddie Lugo. And you were telling me before the show that you actually do use Adobe Express. Tell the viewers what you think about Adobe Express and how it will help their journey through YouTube.
It is extremely user-friendly. You could do a bunch of different designs. You just follow your steps, and it's very easy to read. I didn't need to get anybody to help me out. I was able to see it myself. If I do it, anybody can do it, like Mike Lux always says to me. And it will help you dramatically on all your videos or your thumbnails that you will create, and save them, and you could reuse them, change them, all that good stuff. It's very easy.
Okay. You were also talking about Canva. Now, what features are available in Canva that Adobe Express does not have?
Well, they both have Canva is a little bit less items to use than Adobe Express. Adobe Express, even on their free version, they have a lot more things to do. So I usually do something in Canva and I finish it up with Adobe Express.
Okay.
Canva, you could do certain things. You could use out of their own files that they have, and you could also add like in both. You could do on both. But Adobe Express seems to be more easier to use than Canva.
Okay. Well, today we're going to walk them through Adobe Express, and then maybe I can learn Canva and try to do another tech lesson on here. I see that the missus is on here. Hello, Alice. How are you doing? And the LD channel has made it in. Hello, welcome in. So let's dive right into it. The user interface is up on your screen. And I'm going to be over here. Eddie, if you see any comments or questions that come in, please read them out loud while I'm going through here, because I can't see it once I switch over to this screen.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, so this is what the website to this is express.adobe.com. Okay, very easy. express.adobe.com. And I'm already signed in up here. That way my projects and things will pull up here, my most recent thumbnails. And that's that is the reason why you need to sign in, is so it can save your projects for you in case you need to do something like we do, which is have a show that you use the same thumbnail for, but may want to change the date on. So that's what I use Adobe Express for, is for changing this. And I changed the date on this one, and it's real simple to use. Let me see. Let's just close this out. And this is the thumbnail that I have set up for our morning show. Now, if you want to change any element in anything, all you have to do is click on it, and it will give you some options. Hang on, I'll maybe move it a little bit faster. See, if you wanted to edit the text, go live together, you could do that. I know that I just deleted the date because I was moving a little fast. So what you could do is hit your Control Z for undo, and then it'll make it appear back again. But we're going to start off with a new one today. Let me check in with the chat here. I see people are dropping their links. The Bud Files has made in. Hello, welcome in.
Bama said that he's very interested on what you're showing today, but he has to go back to work. That is his day off. Yeah. His day off. But I told him, hey, you could always replay. So he says, yep, we'll do. And everybody else is saying,
okay, so we'll move a little slow. Okay, so we're creating a new project. One thing you can do is go to their templates. Okay, or you can just create one from scratch from a photo. Let's say I have just this photo that I want to put out everywhere, but you don't want to do it in, let me see, browse on your device. But you don't want to do it all separately to all of these different things. Now, what you can do is take a photo, and I'm just going to go to my SD card here, and let's say you wanted to get this cruise ship. Okay, so I got this cruise ship, or let me get a better one. Let me get a better one. That way it looks better. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just scrolling here. Okay, this cruise ship right here. You hit open. Now you can start with this photo, and what it'll do is make it available for you all in different sizes. It all depends on where it's going. And y'all just hold on a little bit. My internet is taking its sweet time.
It's coming, baby. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming up. Okay, let's close this out and see if we can. Okay, the resize is a premium function only. So what we're going to do is go back to home. I thought I could resize it from the photo, but let's go back home and create a YouTube thumbnail from scratch. Let's check in with the chat here. Mona did what? Has just made it in. Hello, welcome in. And Nightbot is welcoming everybody in. Hello, Nightbot.
Mona is asking, what program are you using?
Well, this is Adobe Express, and the website for it is express.adobe.com. And we're creating a YouTube thumbnail. So you would go across the top here and find the one that says YouTube thumbnail, and you could start from scratch. Okay, it gives you a blank canvas to deal with. What I like about Adobe Express is it's going to start automatically loading these templates that you can use over here to the left that are loading up right here, whether you deal in art, business, education, fashion, food, health, music, photography, seasonal, travel. It's got all of them, and you can fit any one of these into your branding, if you will. Just like for Tech Adventures, the show that we're on right now, what I did was I took one of these and I repurposed it for this show while using my branding colors and everything. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. The functionality of this is it gives you a blank canvas to work with. Okay. Then you can start adding stuff like a template, piece of text, a photo, a shape, a design asset, a background, a logo, and they got all kind of stuff over here. So we're going to start off with a photo because that's the main thing that we want to show the people is this cruise ship. So we're going down to the cruise ship. Hang on. It's going to resize your photo and put it on the back layer. Then you can click on it and resize it any way that you want to. What I would do is make it bleed over the edges a little bit. That way you can keep your, hang on, I got to move this over. And then drag this up. That way it fills in the entire frame. Okay, now this looks like a pretty good starting point. Then what you would do is the picture, if you want the picture to stand out, what I would do is put some words on it and leave it just like this. But if you want the words to stand out, what I would then do is put a mask over it. Now, the way that you would do that is to get a shape, a rectangle, and put it over the photo. Resize it. Put it over the whole entire photo. And then the color of this mask is like a blue-green, if you will. Now, here's where your branding colors are going to come in real handy. Our brand is blue and orange. So everything that I think about doing on J&S Adventures is either going to be blue or orange or a combination thereof. So in your fill color, what you do is search for your branding colors. And I like this orange right here. So I can put it over here and darken it up a little bit. But then what you want to do is you reduce your transparency. And you see the cruise ship coming through? This mask, it doesn't have to be, real dark. It can be light. Okay, so that carries the orange right there for J&S. Now what you want to do is make something that the text would sit nicely on and everybody can make out what you're saying. So then you put on another shape. Let's say you want an oval. So you would type in the word oval and search. And let's see about an oval with something that you can write on here. Okay, now this shape right here, the fill color is going to be blue. Now, the blue that we use for J&S is not an exact blue. So in order to get that blue, what I would do is insert another photo just to get this coloring right. Now, this is something that I do in order to match the colors to J&S's logo. I would load up the logo on here in order to match the color. But this is just a temporary thing. I'm going to make this J&S go away.
Also on the right side bottom, you see number 4 in 4 screens that your the steps that you're doing. So you could
These are your
always
layers.
clear one out.
Yeah,
Yes,
these are
you
your
could
layers.
always do that,
Layers
clear
right
the
here.
layout out. Yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to click in this box and say fill, because that's your fill color. And then you want to hit this eyedropper. What the eyedropper does, anywhere you drag on the screen, it's going to set the color of the item that you have highlighted here to that color. So what I would then do is grab this blue. You see the dark blue in here? There's no way I would have guessed that color, but I can get it directly by using the eyedropper. The eyedropper tool is so cool. And then this border color, I want to make it the orange. Okay, so you grab the orange from the logo here. Wait, that's the yellow. The orange ends up right here, and now you see the border has changed. So
Nice.
as far as logo is concerned, we're pretty much done with the logo, but I want to drag this up here. And then let's make this disappear. Delete. So that's gone. And now what you can do is you can drag this across or make it as big or as small as you want. What we're going to put in this box is some text that people can easily read. Now, you see how small this oval is. It's going to be even smaller on somebody else's screen. So you want to keep the words that you put in this box to a bare minimum. So you want to get some text. And there are different styles of text that you can use, but most of them are premium right here. So what you can do is get one of these and click on it, and it'll automatically appear in your photo over here. Or you can add your original text. Another thing that we do is we use a lot of the same fonts as well. I like Caution Script because that is an Adobe font that can't be found anywhere else, and it stands out up on a photo so well. It does it. So let's see, cruising. That's still pretty big. Okay, cruising with friends. Okay, now you see this text is still pretty basic. So what we want to do is start messing with it. I'm trying to close out the side panel. Okay, cruising with friends, your main style. The color of the text, now you want this to stand out more than anything because you've already masked the photo. You don't want them to too much pay attention to the photo, but just give them a little taster of what they're about to see in the video. So that's all of that's job for, but you want this text to really stand out. So the text color, you probably want to make white. White text will stand up on anything. Okay. It's already done. It's already selected, so I don't have to do anything with that. Next is your font. My Caution Script is the one that I use because it looks so neat right here. See? You can then drag this text up into this box, and it's going to give you some guidelines. You see those blue guidelines right there? That tells you that it's centered up in the box, and you don't have to move it in order for it to be centered. You want to pay attention to your centering boxes as well. That'll come in handy once you start adding different stuff. And you see how I adjusted the sides and it got off center? Now all I got to do is center it back up, and it's good. Now, here's the thumbnail. This thumbnail is cool to me, but you can do more with this text as well using Adobe Express. Let me select it. And I know that there should be some effects down here. Okay, so you got a text shape, which if you turn it on and off, you can see what it is. That's pretty much something that'll make it stand out. And the shape is cool. As a backdrop, you don't have to draw something separate like I did, but you can if you want to. This shape puts something in the back of the text that makes it stand out. Also, you got your shadow and outline. The shadow is going to put a shadow behind the words, and then you could choose the color of the shadow. Your outline is going to put an outline around the letters itself to help them stand out as well. Now, this yellow or whatever this is not working out. So what I would do then is something that is going to make more sense, which is this orange here. Now I could do that, and you see how the text pops out a little bit more. Anything that will grab the viewer's attention is what you want to do, because you got a split second while they're scrolling up on their pages and everything. But if you got a thumbnail that grabs their attention, that's how you know your thumbnail is being effective. Okay. You could just put plain text over a photo, which is what a lot of us do. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you want something that's going to grab the viewer's attention. Hey, I've never seen that thumbnail style, and they're more than likely going to click on it if you're doing a good job at making your thumbnails. Let me see who else has made it in. Mona and Alice are talking. Let's see. My chat just jumped. Okay, people are dropping links. James Cantonese, hello, making it. Thank you for making it in. Little Bit Elias has made it in. Hello, welcome in. Let's see who else we got going on here. I think that's it. So Eddie, this is pretty much what you've been dealing with as well, right? Just tweaking everything, trying to make it look good.
That's right.
Yes. And let's see, there are more things that you can do over here in Adobe Express as well. Now, let's say this is a done deal. This I like it. It's ready to go. Then what do you do with it? Well, you can download it as a photo, and as you're uploading your video, then you can, just say, I'm through with it. Or you can put some animations on it and create, a good social post or something like that. So what you would want to do is go over to animation. And then it's going to ask you, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a text animation or a photo animation? Now, what I do is I do both. You can type it in, and it's going to create a little video with like 3 or 4 second video with just the typing out, cruising with friends. You can do a dynamic one. There's, it'll make the text jump out of the box and then jump back up into it. I like that one a lot. Then you got Flickr. Yeah, I think my internet's going nuts. Okay, then you got Color Shuffle. This one I really like because it helped me to create the morning show thing. It just jumps through all of these colors. It's just random colors that it jumps through, but it keeps with the branding, and it also keeps with your idea of what the coloring should be for this. What you would do with this is, create a social post, or you would create a video intro to your video based off of the thumbnail, which is what I do. It's what I did with the intro to this show. So it all depends on how far you want to take Adobe Express as to what you can expect. Also, on these photo animations, what you can do is hit gray if you want it to gray out, and then color. That's another good animation that you can do. Hang on, it's trying to catch up to us. So while that's going on, let me see who else has made it into the chat.
And by the way, Z's backstage.
Okay. Oh yeah. Let me bring him on too. My computer is running absolutely bananas and bonkers.
Yeah.
Hey Z.
Hey, severe case of brain damage. I don't know what in the world happened to my PC, but I finally figured it out. So, if you have a situation when your screen is upside down or right side up, only thing you need to do is to hit CTR and ALT together, and hit these arrow buttons on the side, and you can go ahead and fix that. So that's what I did, and it just corrected by itself. Yeah, you know what? I was getting ready to throw away this computer, but I had to calm down. Jeremy said, Don't. I was gonna do system restore, but he said don't do that. So I had to think about it for about a minute.
Yeah.
Check it out. I love YouTube because you can find any kind of question you have.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
And
That's why
yes.
we have tech shows like this.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, I have caught up to the making the thumbnail. I want to show you what I got so far. If I can put it up here, give me a second, and I'll put it on the screen so Jeremy can find out what's going on. That's what I got so far. Can you see that?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
That's a whole lot of text.
Yeah. So I need
that's a whole lot of text.
Yeah, that's it says double check the edit text. I want to have the Z's given home theater on one line. So how would I do that on the bottom? Where do I go?
So hang on. You already typed out the whole name of your channel, right?
Yes.
What you would do is you would grab that piece of text, is you would click on it, and then on this right slider over here, you would slide it until it gets on one line. See?
Okay. Well, I think I did it wrong. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, so when I'll go back. Let me see, I'm gonna go back. All right. Let's see here. It's an add animated. I don't want to do that. So where do I want to go? After you make your text.
After you make your text, you highlight it. You just click on it, and it will highlight for you with these four dots around the box right here.
Okay.
And then you would take this right slider. You would take this right slider in the middle of the two, and then slide it over until it all gets on one line.
Okay, I think I hit it the wrong way. I hit the text. The text is moving, but it's not going to one line because I think I'm doing something wrong. Double check. All right. We'll just start over. See, that's why I like this. You can start over and do it the right way.
Yep.
Okay, double tap to edit text. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Add text. Okay, so the text. Type in. Now, let's see.
And with this thumbnail, you can clearly see that it's about cruising. It's got the cruise ship on it, but the main point is cruising with friends. Now, if you wanted to change the color of this second one or to change the font or something to bring attention to this word, what you would then have to do is create another text right here. You could leave the cruising with alone and then close that out. Then you click on it and bring it out. Put cruising with on the first line, and then you would add another text. Or what you can do if you want to, pro tip, is you click on this, and then you would hit the duplicate button or Control D. That way you got an identical piece of text that you can put elsewhere on the thumbnail, or you can play this one and change it completely.
Okay.
See, I'm just putting friends right here on the second line, but it's still in styling.
So basically, you could put, like, for example, Z's Gaming on one side and the whole theater, you could put it on the bottom?
Yes.
As a separate text.
It's your canvas. You can add as much text, as much layers, as much anything as you possibly want on here. Now, This, let me see, the second one, I want to make it kind of friendly. So use this font right here. It would straighten it up and also set it apart from everything else. That way this word is the most important thing that they see. For instance, cruising with, you can cruise with anybody. But this time around, you're cruising with friends. So you want this to stand out. The way that I would do that is just simply make it bigger and then center it up. And Adobe will give you this center line. That way you won't go wrong as to where your stuff is. Now you see that now it sticks out. Now it's effective because it's showing everybody that it's cruising. There's this big cruise ship out there. It says I'm cruising, but who am I cruising with? What is the show going to be all about? It's about friends. So now they're going to want to come to this show and hear about what it was like cruising with your friends, or what it's going to be like cruising with your friends. You see, it makes the difference between a good thumbnail and an effective thumbnail is your wording or your text, as well as how you present this picture. I put a mask over it to hide it away from what I'm bringing their attention to. That's the artist in me. Is I want them to see that word friends. It's like, what is it like to be out on that water with friends? Okay, so I made that the number one thing on the thumbnail to grab the viewer's attention.
Okay, so yeah, so I
Z, you got your text going?
yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Let me put you in solo. Huh?
I'm doing that right now. Just make
Okay,
sure
let me put you in solo. That way we can see what you got.
Okay, now I got this here. Well, I see that
Barely.
Z. It says Z's Gaming.
Yep.
This is okay. I'm gonna hit done, and now I'm gonna make. Now it shows. I got a picture over here. So I see the square. I'm going to move the square to the left bottom. Now, let's see here. So it's at the left bottom. I'm going to put left front. Well, yeah. So the left, and then I'll hit done. Should I hit down before I add the colors, or should I just go ahead and just put down?
You can change the color, or while you're still while your text is still highlighted. You can do the size. You can do the shadow. You can do all of that with that piece of text.
Okay, so that's what I want to do. Okay. Recommendations. Nope. Color.
For instance, if I run over here and I just select this text right here, you can do anything you want to with this text while you got it highlighted. You can do the color, the font, the size, the alignment. Let's see what this is right here. Curved, grid, and magic alignments. You can curve your text if you want to, make it fun. Here's your letter spacing over here. And then you can always reduce or increase the opacity of it as well.
So and then you said if you're doing your text, the best way to do it, color, the lighter it is, the better everybody can see it.
Well, the white text is always going to stand out on stuff. That's why I use a lot of white text.
Okay, let me go ahead and set that. So that is set.
I kept on scrolling and I noticed something new, some font recommendations over here. This is kind of cool.
Okay, let me go ahead and put down. All right, that's done.
And when you're using the free version of Adobe Express, anything with a crown on it is going to be a premium feature. If you want to pay for the premium feature, I think it's $10 a month. But I find that a lot of these design elements can be done from scratch. So what I do is I take something that's on the premium side and I'll just mirror it based on my knowledge of how to work this. You know, the text, the layouts, the design elements, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, okay, so I got my display picture. I got Z's Gaming on the bottom left, and then the other bottom right, I'm gonna put in home theater right next on the other side.
Right.
So I hit add, and you're gonna go to text.
Yep.
And then just type in home theater.
Yep.
Okay.
And as you can see, there's a lot of different shapes that they have.
Yeah.
And you could put shapes in. You could put another photo if you want to. A lot of people like to put themselves on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I don't, because I want people to see the content within the thumbnail. It's like I said, you only have a second. You have a split second to grab the viewer's attention and say, I want to see this video. And the thumbnail has to be able to speak for you. I see they're showing a lot of stars, so I'm just going to get a rectangle.
All right.
And let's see, I'm going to get a solid rectangle.
Okay, so. All right, so, okay, so I got Z's Gaming home theater on each side. And the color is the one I want to use. Okay, let me see here. Animation, what is that?
Your animation, I'm going to show you here in just a second. What I'm doing is I'm just putting a little design element off here in the corner and recoloring it the same color as my logo. That way it's going to stick out. Now you see just that little change that I made did something for this thumbnail. And what it did was, hang on. Let me see. I'm just going to shove it over here in the corner. These sidebars don't help me. These sidebars don't help me. So you can see what this did. It put a little corner on here, and that was just a rotated rectangle that's colored the exact same way. That helps it to stand out also. Now, your question was about animations.
Yes.
You can you would click outside of your photo and then hit add animation. Okay. Now, what this does is it animates your text or your photo.
Okay. So he has a choice between the text. I want to add a animation to the text. So the text will be.
This turns your photo into a video, and this is what I use to animate the thumbnail. This is what I use. I download about 5 or 6 different good animations, and I put them together on a timeline using my editing engine, and that's how I create, the little short intros and outros to these shows based off of the thumbnail that I created.
Oh, okay. So
for instance, if you want the animation of this text to come in as a typewriter, you can do that. You see how that works?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just hit the typewriter, and it's got 2 different typewriters here for you that you can try. It's going to keep looping the video until you're happy. It's going to keep on playing it over and over again until you're happy. They got dynamic text.
So,
it'll come in a different way. I don't like dynamic too much. Flickr sometimes gives people if a person has a certain disease, they can't look at flickering text or flickering videos. So I don't like to use Flickr a lot. The one that I love to use is Color Shuffle, because then it starts messing with the photo and it messes with the text, and it goes through many color changes before it'll come back to the original. You see that?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm trying to animation. I like that. Oh, yeah. I think I'm behind you, but
and then to do a photo animation, you just scroll down here. Now, what it won't do is a text animation and photo animation at the same time. So you can pan the photo either left or right. When the video comes in, the cruise ship is going to move, but the text will stay the same.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is if you're making a thumbnail for not a video, but for a picture, it won't do that. It only do
No,
it for
if a picture, yeah, a thumbnail by itself is just going to be this picture that people click on. But whenever they get into the video, like for this video,
okay. So that's the next step. Yeah,
I
okay.
made, let me see, I made this video as an introduction to all of Jeremy's Tech Adventures. I made this using Adobe Express off of this one picture.
All right, get down, get funky.
Yeah. So you see what I did is I took a plain picture and put a little bit of animation on it, and then timed it with the song, and then timed it with the song. That way each animation comes in on a particular beat hit. But that's done over there in your editing engine. Once you get all of these little animation videos downloaded, then you can load them up on your timeline and time it to the music. A lot of my vlogs and a lot of my art is going to be timed to music, because I believe that music is a universal language. You know, everybody speaks it. So if you could do, 8 to 18 seconds of a dynamic show opener using these different animations, then hey, you got gold there. But first, people have to want to open the video. So we're here to talk about how to make an effective thumbnail.
Okay, okay, yeah. I understand that. Yeah, that's cool.
Thumbnails do not have to, excuse me. Thumbnails do not have to have text on them. That is one misconception that I would like to address here, is that your thumbnail does not have to have text on it.
But if you're gonna be unique. If you're gonna be having if you're gonna have a if you're gonna have a different kind of thumbnail that speaks up, hey, here I am, you probably want to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, and you probably want to have a text on that one. You say, hey, I'm a different kind of channel. What I'm trying to advertise on my channel, that might help me out a lot. So, but yeah, so there's a difference between doing a thumbnail and then doing like an outro. You can use that same software. That's my question. You can use the software we're using today to make an intro or outro.
Intro, outro, a video during the show, whatever you want to do with your thumbnail. The world is your canvas, man. So you can do whatever you want to with this. The one thing that I love about Adobe Express, hang on, let me share this, is that it saves your project for you. Let's say our morning show. I'm going to go back to the home screen, and if you notice, I'm changing the day. I'm changing the date. That way people know what date that show aired, even after. So if they're watching the replay, it's like, wait, I don't want to watch this one. I want to watch the one from 2 days ago. Well, instead of them reading how many days ago it was uploaded, then them trying to figure out, wait, was that Wednesday show or was that Tuesday show? What I did was I went ahead and just put the date on it. So it's one thing I love about Adobe Express is it saves your projects, including the one from today. It saved the one I just now made. Now we're going over to our morning show thumbnail. That way I could just take you through what I do. Now, if you notice, this text down here, this May 12th, is the same color, the same font, and almost the same size as with coffee and tea. The reason for that is because I did a duplicate. I duplicated this text up here. Hang on, let me hide this. Yeah, it's not going away.
Yeah.
It's not doing it.
It's not going away. But the thing is, I talked to my friend today at church, and basically they said, yeah, we use Adobe to open up our services on YouTube. So my church is doing the same thing that you're doing, but they got like 5-6 computers to run that YouTube channel, and they're live. So you'll see the intro. I saw the intro. I saw how they did it, and then they have the worship service, and then after that, during the worship service, they were showing videos, different forms of videos while they're doing the show. I said, man, that's cool. And he said, yeah, that's just Adobe. I said, wow, I need to get back to Adobe. I need to talk to Jeremy about it. So, yeah.
Adobe is really good. They want you to subscribe to everything monthly. And like I said, if you wanted to subscribe to this, it's $9.99 monthly. I don't use the premium version at all because I do have the experience that it takes to get a thumbnail, put it out there, and have people in the chat even before the show begins. So I believe that's my level of success is if I can get the audience hungry for the show before it even starts by using the thumbnail. And that's what I mean by effectiveness, the effectiveness of your thumbnail. Because everybody knows Z that's going to come to Z's channel. But what about Z's gaming channel are they going to learn today? Naturally, you're probably going to be talking about Xbox a lot. So an Xbox would be a good starting point for your thumbnail for that show. You know what I mean?
But just
on the Z show, you might as well just put a picture of yourself up there because that's who's talking, that's who they can expect during the show, and that's going to be really effective. So you want to create your thumbnail with the viewer in mind. It's like if I saw this video, if I saw this thumbnail, would I want to click on it? Number one. Number two. If I click on this thumbnail, what is to be expected? Am I going to learn about cruise ships or am I going to learn about Xboxes? So the thumbnail has to speak for you before you even upload your video.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm doing two different channels with two different episodes. And my very first channel, I did on YouTube. That's what I started doing YouTube. I pick out a picture. I put the picture. It's a picture of me and a guy, Keith from Survivor, that just passed away. So I used him to remember him on it's my original channel. That's where we first met. So that's why I came that one. That one's pretty good. Now this one, the gaming channel, I'm still going to do that. I think I'm going to use the gaming setup I had before I moved down here. It's one of my gaming setups I had a picture of my other computer. I found that. I said, hey, maybe I should use that for my picture for a thumbnail. And yes. I'll get it. Is there anything else I need to put on here? Since I just put I was wondering, should I just put the Xbox logo or should I put something else?
If you want to, you can. I wouldn't use other people's.
No, this is my picture. This is my picture years ago.
If you took a picture of it, then you're good. But what Adobe Express also does is it allows you to use their stock footage. I'm going to go back to another project because I don't want to mess this one up. Because that's our morning show. I don't want to mess with that one. But we can.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Jeremy, you got some compliments. I showed that the intro of the channel, the show, one of my friends, and she said, how did y'all do that? I said, well, it was Jeremy. He did Adobe, and he did it like that. She said, that's pretty cool. She was like a couple years younger than me, but she said, yeah, y'all guys are doing, they watched the show. So y'all guys are doing great. I mean, because, I was talking about, 110 days and all that stuff. But yeah, they like the show. You got to compliment to one of my friends at church. I just want to let you know about that.
All right, now I'm going to show you Adobe stock photos, just so you can have an idea of what's available. But you would go to add a photo, and then there's a featured free section here. Let's hit more and see if there's anything about cruising in here.
Okay. Before you do that, you're hungry. Okay, before we continue, I can go ahead and hit the download. That's all set up, ready to go. This thumbnail, I'm going to hit download.
Yep. After you get done with your thumbnail and you're happy with it, just hit download.
All right, there we go. Prepare your project. Okay. So,
Okay, there's nothing about cruising,
Uh,
but there is a bridge. You see this bridge? If you want to add any one of Adobe stock photos in here, you can use them. They let you use them. And since it's not a website or anything and you're not trying to sell anything, I'm supposing that it'll be cool. Okay, I like these palm trees. So we're going to put that on here.
okay, so okay.
On the phone, whenever you add a photo, it's going to ask you whether you want to move it freely or pin to the background. I always pick move freely. That way you can move it anywhere you want to, resize it, set the opacity or whatever. So you would click on it and I would reduce the size. If I was putting this on our thumbnail, I would definitely reduce the size and make it real, real small to create some mystique, if you will. Because as an artist, you got to make them want more. That's our job as artists, is to make them want more, to binge watch or whatever. If this was my thumbnail, I would put it off in the corner somewhere over here. But you can add as much photos and as much text as you want to your thumbnail. The reason why I don't put a lot on our thumbnail is because I don't want to draw the viewer's attention away or just have it too busy. So I would consider this done, unless I wanted to put more animations to it and try to make a video out of it. That's the only thing. That's the only direction that I would go from here with this thumbnail. Hang on, let me shove it further in this corner over here. This side panel really bugs me. So, yeah, I mean, this would normally be done, and then you can hit download it.
Stickman Outdoor Adventures has a comment.
Okay, Stickman, free Microsoft editor is good as well as Adobe is good. And I use Veed as well. Veed has a great free clip splice tool, all free, yet with Veed, they do have a watermark. To get rid of the watermark, you probably want to pay for the full version. Adobe doesn't put watermarks on theirs, which is one of the reasons why I use them. Is because I don't want to have to pay for a graphics design tool whenever I have the experience that it takes to move past the watermark and not have to reuse any of their stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of Veed though. I might have to check into that. Midlife Travels has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Hello, Midlife Travels. I feel old now. Thank you, appreciate it.
I also use Pixlr. I pay 99 cents a month. And why I use it, because it eliminates the background colors when I need something clear. That's the only reason I use Pixlr.
Yes, I use Pixlr also.
Yeah. Then I use it with Adobe Express and Canva.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Now let me show you Pixlr, what Eddie's talking about, because this is something that I use also. Let me see. This looks different. Start design project. Okay, now I'm going to share this. This is pixlr.com, Pixlr.com. And this is what Eddie's talking about. You start the design and the same thing that happens over here. You want a YouTube thumbnail. And I think that's going to go ahead and start loading up here. And as you can see, they got, stories post over here. And there's more beyond it. Pinterest, Twitter, they're everywhere. So you can make it according to the size of the piece of art that you need. Because then it'll set your borders for you and your picture won't bleed over. This is not opening.
Any storms or anything going on in your town?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I heard some thunder a while ago, but it's not coming down yet.
Let me go ahead. I can check the weather since I'm on.
Create new. Here we go. Create new, and then we can scroll and see thumbnail.
Oh no, we're gonna get it. Well,
It's like earlier was cloudy here, and as Alex asked me if I was gonna go outside and do the yard. I said no, we're gonna leave it for tomorrow, and then now all of a sudden it's all sunny.
Yeah.
I don't get
yeah,
this.
you're going. I'm looking at yours right now.
Okay, this is what Eddie's talking about is Pixlr. I know that a lot of us have a a merchandise shop, and if you ever take a look inside my merchandise shop, this Make Today Great, I just changed it into It's Cruise Day, and that's how I made that shirt design is by taking this one right here, changing the words, and uploading it to Spreadshop. So this is where we get a lot of our inspiration from is these text designs here. And really you can put any of your text that you want in here. You can just do something with it. For instance, let's just pick one here. See the good. What this does is what this is going to do is it's going to keep everything in the same design. Now I want to change the word C. So I'll come over here to the C layer. Let's see. Let me just, I know that you can change it. Nope. 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 So help me out, Eddie.
Yeah, I think
it's an area where you hit.
Okay, and then we would put Eddie.
Hey, Grace made it to the chat. Welcome in.
Hello.
Yeah, so basically they got some thunderstorms northeast of Houston. So I think your internet company is based in Houston, right?
Yeah, he's south of Houston.
Yeah, I know he's south of Houston, but it's his internet base in Houston.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you're right.
So basically they get some storms northeast of downtown, so it might be affecting your internet. We had some storms last night, and yeah, it wasn't that bad as the internet thing goes. Because I don't know why. I guess we're close to Dallas or Fort Worth, so. But we're getting that.
If Eddie liked the way that this looks, but just wanted to change it into Eddie Lugo Studios, it doesn't take that long to change the wording inside these boxes right here. Each layer is represented over here, and you would just click on each and every layer and change everything. If you wanted to change the colors, like for instance, what is the color of your logo, Eddie?
The German flag and Spaniard flag, which is the yellow and the red with some black.
Yellow and red. So let me run over here to yellow and red. If there's a gradient for it, it would be here.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find one.
The letters are in yellow. The thickness on the shade of it is red, and the background is black.
Now you see what I just did? I changed the color and I used the gradient, so it goes from red to yellow down here. And then this Lugo right here, if black is a part of it, what you can do is just fill it in with black. That way it stands out. And then for the studios, you can fill it differently or you can fill it with the same. Let me just put this one here. As an example, Now what Eddie could do now is take this whole entire thing, save it right here, and then upload it to his t-shirt shop. And because this sits on a transparent background, anything that you put it on is going to maintain this shape. It's going to maintain these colors, and it'll work out for Eddie. Pixlr is a good one, And that's why a lot of the merch designs that we as J&S Adventures put out came from Pixlr. And this is exactly how we did it. We put text, we arranged it exactly the way we wanted to, save it, and what it does is it saves it as a portable graphics network, portable network graphics file, PNG. What that allows you to do is displace this shape, the shape of these letters on anything, and you could sell it as merch.
Yep.
So I like Pixlr also, but Zazzle. I started another merchandise shop, Zazzle, but it was so confusing on the selling side. But I do like the design tool that they have. Their design tool is just amazing. It has the quick snap. It has your alignment lines available, and the design tool is what I use now from Zazzle. And see, 8 Grace just made it in. Hello.
Yep.
Welcome in. And also, Stigman, thank you for coming in.
And Orange Cone just came in too.
Orange Cone. Okay, hello. Welcome in. We're just talking about thumbnails and how to be better. That's all. And also some things for you to consider. Okay, people come to your channel for a certain reason, and they want to get something from you. Okay, the thumbnail should let them know what they're going to get from you, whether it be a 5-minute video or an hour-and-a-half long live. They need to know what to expect coming to your show. The go live together with coffee and tea. The reason why it has what it has on it is because it's the sun coming up. It's palm trees. We're looking forward to our days out there on the water. So that's why it's like a little looking a window looking out to the beach. You know what I mean? That was the art design behind Go Live Together with Coffee and Tea, because we're all looking forward to what next time we're going to hit the water. So you as an artist, you have to concept your video first before you produce it. I know it's fun just to hit that upload button and let it fly, but once you have an effective thumbnail, then you're going to start getting comments. Love the artwork. I like the way that comes into play. Hang on, let me put you in solo, Eddie. I got to see what you're trying to show me.
There you go. You were talking about coffee, and this shows up on my phone.
Oh my God! Don't do it, Eddie. You see, all of y'all got this shopping disease, man. Put the phone down.
All you had to say was coffee, and it popped.
Oh my God! I need a Java picture. I need a Java picture up here for you. I really do. I need some coffee to put up here.
It's like my morning quickies with the rooster holding a cup of coffee. You know what you're getting.
Now with your design, what I would like to see you do on your morning quickie show is create some elements of that quickie coming together into one video, and make a short little intro for your show. That would be awesome. And you can do that. You could do that through your editing engine by using each individual PNG that you have and putting it on the timeline, bringing it in from the side, from the top, whatever, and then make sure that you're bringing it all together and it looks like your thumbnail at the end. That's what I'm trying to master, bringing different elements in. But those Adobe fonts, you can't get them from anywhere else besides Adobe products.
Yep.
If I used Adobe Rush or Adobe Premiere, then it would have those fonts, and then I could mess with it. But since I use KineMaster, what I decided to do was just use Adobe Express for those animations, which if you wanted to come in at different times, you can then adjust the speed of the video. For instance, the one that Baby used for the Virginia Bushcrafter already knew that it was going to be, a chilled show. It's going to be, about bushcrafting. It's not going to be about excitement and partying and stuff like that. So I put a good beat on it first. I always base the video clips and when they're going to change off of the beat that's playing behind it, because I'm a musician. Yeah. And so whether you got to speed up or slow down your video clip, that's when it's going to hit at a certain time in the music. And then if you want it to reverse, If you wanted to go from green to black and then from black to green, what you do is you would reverse it on the next video clip, insert another video clip after it, and then just hit the reverse button, and it would bring everything all the way back out. So that's on the editing side. But I just wanted to get this Adobe Express baseline out of the way. Let's create a good picture and get the viewers' attention, if you will. Now, the next show, I believe, will be about editing. If you want to come back and join Jeremy's Tech Adventures, I would love to have you on. Thank the co-host for coming in today and spending some time with me.
Yes.
But yeah, if you have any questions, you can hit me up privately, or if you have any Tech Adventure show suggestions, I would very much welcome them. What do you guys want to know how to do? I have a wealth of knowledge over here that I would love to share with you, but unfortunately, my needs as a creator might not be as great as yours. So let me know down in the comment section. Hit me up on private message anywhere. All of my links are down in the description. I would love to hear from you. What would you like to see on the next tech show from Jeremy's Tech Adventures? Thank you guys so much for coming in, Z and Eddie. Mm-hmm. And everybody take care of each other out there. We're dealing with some difficult times out there. I just want to put it out there. And y'all hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you.
Well, and before we leave, just think about the people in Allen, Texas.
Yeah.
I said that tragedy yesterday. They are doing a memorial service right now. I think it's on WFAA.com or the local TV stations, but I think it's on WFAA.com.
WFAA has also an app available for your Fire Stick TV. If you have one of those, that's what we watch it on, because babies from Dallas, we watch Dallas News on WFAA also.
So, yeah, it's just talk about that. And Jeremy, I hope you watched the shirt. I sent you one of our services this morning. I think you'll be dying laughing when you hear me and my pastor go off talking about some stuff on the church. You can hear me in the background.
That'll work. All righty, guys. We are out of here for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Jeremy's Tech Adventures, and we will see you on the next go-round. We love you.
Okay.
Whoa, hey.
We're still live.
Had to make sure.
We're still live.
Oh, wait.
Single Denial Weekend.
Okay.